Hi, this is Peter from Last Call Catering Cantina Bar. I'm here at MXL Live Studios and I'm going to be doing today a breakfast charcuterie board. That's right, you can do a breakfast charcuterie board. Let me show you how. Hey guys, this is Peter here. So I'm going to go into how to do the charcuterie board right now. It looks kind of more complicated than it is, but it's actually very simple once you break it down into these steps. Now the way I do it is I like to have the big pieces on first, and then from there you kind of go into filling up the edges. So that being said, the biggest thing with the charcuterie board you got to remember is things rolling off the board. That's a pain in the butt when you do it, so keep in mind when you set up the board, there's a couple things you should always be aware of. One is have an idea of what you're going to make. How much of it can you make ahead of time? What can you do the day of? And then also, what kind of board do you have for the food? So if you have an example for this is a breakfast style, I have my pancakes, my waffles, bacon. So I have all the stuff here, and I already had a pre-plan as to how it's going to look on the board. Things can change as you go along, but generally, this is how I want to set up. I have my bowls set up here with all my ingredients. I have the blueberries, I have chocolate, I have the blackberries, and you can use anything you want that you and your guests will like. So I like to have it set up in a way that's going to be kind of cool to look at and easy for the guests to come in and have that wow factor, which is what a charcuterie board pretty much is. It's that wow factor of like, holy crap, this looks amazing. I want to try it all. So right now I'm going to fill up the big pieces, and you have to use as much real estate on the board as possible because that's going to give you the better outcome of what it looks like the presentation wise. So here I have some waffles that I made. They're going to be awesome. You fill it up around the board like so. And there really is no right or wrong way to do a charcuterie board. It's going to be however you like it and what you want to present it. But this is kind of a nice way of it looks full, the colors sell, and like everyone says, you eat with your eyes first. So that's kind of what we're doing here. I like to use mix in a bit of the sweet with the salty, and then you can go nuts with anything you want. You might want to keep in mind as well that sometimes if you don't plan ahead, you can get kind of bit in the butt a little bit by buying way more than you need. So it does happen. But that's why pre-planning your boards is kind of a pretty important step. So right now I have the pancakes. Now pancakes, if you make pancakes at home and they come out too big, you can cut them to the size. There really is no mistake when you do a charcuterie board. You just adjust as you need and you keep going. And then you just keep filling it up as you go around. There really is no right or wrong way of doing it. But just having a plan is going to make it so much easier. It's going to look so much better. And your guests are going to love it. And they're going to be talking about it. This is a great way to feed a ton of people without having a ton of work on your end. So you can actually sit down and enjoy it. So part of my catering thing, I do a lot of catering. I do a lot of whole barbecue pigs, a lot of barbecue meats, but everyone loves the charcuterie board. So that's kind of how I segued into doing this. Because when I first started, I wasn't really a big charcuterie guy. It wasn't my thing. It was just like, how can I present the barbecue meats in a way for everyone to enjoy? So I thought, I'll do a cheese board, be kind of easy. And people love it. And now people actually ask for the charcuterie boards almost as much as they do for the pig. So now what I want you to remember and to let you guys know is that when we do this, that this board is generally ideal. You can have this at home. This is perfect for the cottage. This is perfect for get-togethers in the mornings. After a night out, you have friends, family over, Christmas mornings kind of thing. This board will be a huge hit, and it's going to be awesome. Like cottages is probably one of the best things I like to do for doing these boards is when it's my turn to cook. This is an easy go-to, big pot of coffee, maybe some Baileys if it's an adult kind of party, and yeah. So now we're pretty much done. So you have, as you can see here, it's kind of filled up. There's still a couple of gaps here, which I'm going to fill in with some bananas and stuff, which is an awesome fruit as well. And you want to say like, some of the stuff can be cut ahead of time and some of it cannot. So you have to be aware of what will go what will start turning yellow, like apples cannot be cut the night before, bananas can't be cut the night before. So you got to have a little bit of planning ahead of time to make sure that it looks as fresh as possible, because that's what people are going to like to see the most. And finally, for the final topping, which I think goes awesome with pancakes and waffles, is some nice whipped cream. So I'm going to put that right here. Just top that up right there. And there you go. One breakfast charcuterie board. It's done super fast, super easy. Your guests are going to love it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It is an awesome, awesome board. So tasty.